Alright. Oops, sorry. Trying to get chords out of the way so you don't gotta hear fucking woof 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 the whole fucking time, because I got a chord on my hand or whatever the shit. Alright. That should be good, I think. Yes, saxophone! Hello, Cookie. Jazzy? Hell yeah. Hi, game man, nice smooth jazz? Hell yeah. I think this game has a boppin' OST. Hi chat, I'm in the bath! What the hell? Alright. Ah. That's right. I forgot that I turned off all the music while I was doing some grinding for a trophy. Oh yeah, let's maybe not continue near the end of the game. We want new game. Finished Last of Us 1 again, now onto 2. Hell yeah. I feel like that's my signature thing. I'm always bathing on stream. You'd fit right in with Twitch. Bathtub
San
stream.
Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered.
Turing! It's like reverse Twitch. The chat is in the bath instead of the streamer. That's so real. Rent bathtub stream when? That's crazy. Wild intro. Hell yeah. I think it does a nice job at giving the, like, the key details about the world in a nice quick little intro, like, hey, this is sci-fi, here's the kind of sci-fi we have, here's some of the, you know, big tensions going on, and that's where we're gonna start. I think it's nice and neat. Musty might be a better descriptor. You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. I need to open the fridge. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. Take milk. Excellent. Now, real quick, I need to take a look at my trophy progress because, oh shit, Death End Request Code Z is out in English. Sorry, I saw a little glimpse of the recent releases and was reminded I need to play Death End Request. Let's see. I need ending 4, ending 3, play the game in a single session, get basically everybody to hate me, even Turing. Ending 2, brick by useless brick, farewell old friend, strike out at the club on hybrid night, symmetry hydrophobic, good listener, crafty, ding dong ditch. I know some of these are going to be miscellaneous. Is there not a fucking guide on this game? Damn, maybe I should have paid attention to that. These are the GX Ultra Beats you have to do a product reveal on. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. For example, I can use the headphones on the fridge. You sync up the headphones and listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Chat, I can't decide whether to play Minecraft or to doodle. That's a good question, actually. Alright, I see. Use plants before talking to Zin. Get water from Alfie. Use it on the plant. Knock on the door a bunch. And then I need ending 2, 3, and 4. So I'll probably want to save at the puzzle on chapter 5. Because I need Turing to hate me for 3 and 4. And then it gets different there. Ha! There's no shot. Okay, that's funny. Let's see. Almost done. I gotta look at all the missables here that I haven't gotten. Unsociable. Gotcha. Alright, I know what to do for chapter 2. Lastly, brick by useless brick. Huh. Gotcha. And then that should be it. Other than just needing to be a dick to people. I know if I don't decide, I won't get my chill time. True. I think I'll doodle. Good idea. Lappy's a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Let's read the news. Human Revolution remains vigilant in #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19, the Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. "We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are," said Crane. "Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us," he continued, "and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require." The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a, quote, very scary, dark future. "They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what?" said one protester who asked to remain anonymous. "It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human." More information to follow as the story develops late into holiday 2064 season. From June Valmarana.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Thank you, Charlie Nova. Blah blah transgender allegory here. Oh yeah. Sports article. Game a wee bit loud. My bad, my bad. Turn that down a little bit. The Neo SF 49ers hashtag Quest for 10 is back on. Charlie blasted my ears. I'm so sorry. December 19. Sunday's big game at New Candlestick brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after an almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadores. They brought on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounds their new quarterback, Patricia Lopez, as some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Here's the dilemma. It makes the great tunes quiet. Can the dialogue be lowered and music increased? Yes, it can, actually. Here, I'll turn this back up and turn the dialogue down. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state the repeated investigation into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate these rumors. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since their last win with their Super Bowl LXXIX victory over the Tokyo Titans. What is that? L is 50, I think. That's 50, 60, 70, 79? Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs. Between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, it'll be a close game to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first. For all things everything, I'm June Valmarana from OK Today. Here, let me log out of Lips real quick. I'll bump it here. Yeah, I think it's good there. Oh yeah, let me save there. All right. Back to the news. Why is my mic crashing out? Hold on. That should be better, I think. Alright, let's see. Local news article. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. Reports show that local foodie booth JJ's Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal? Or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained? More as this story progresses. Mel Hopkins. What was I just about to do? I was reading the news article. No, I don't remember. You should try out the GX Ultra Beats a little more before you write a review for them. Oh, true, true. Sleek hums and blips. Sounds secure. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact. Right away. The GX Ultra Beats sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Hey now, you're getting paid to write this review. No one expects you to be this morally grounded. Alright, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing reveal of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or you could go through the rest of your emails first. I think I will. I got spam mail. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30-day supply, 212 stims. Hello there, I'm Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting to 420,194.1 credits. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. What is this email? Your account is past due in the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. From Power Plant Power. Ah yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for What the Fuck Sounds, formerly OMG Zounds. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, we could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people dive exposure? Another article, another paycheck, and it's all going straight to your rent. A coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassy Infinity. A Hassy Infinity has all of your daily calories with none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Trisha Lay, DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week, The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Alright, bedtime. The headphones detect that you're laying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. Calm down, you're not going to get audited on your times headphone used quota. Sleegey time. Oh. Huh? Someone's hacking into my computer while I'm asleep.
Ah, good. You're finally awake.
Huh?
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
How did you get into my apartment?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Saku gate M/14723-B.
I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
You know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
Wow, 300 5-star reviews on Congo? That's a feat. What are you doing in my apartment?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag? I don't have the heart to be mean to Turing. I can't do it. I'm going for ending 2.
To remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret. I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another till now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
All right, slow down. Just start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay. Yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why am I your best hope?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you any different from any other ROM?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know, one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Well, then, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
I can totally afford that. Lead the way. How's the audio balance, by the way, between music and dialogue? Now that we've had a good opportunity.
That's strange.
Perfect.
Well,
Excellent.
the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Maybe a maintenance robot took care of it?
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Alright, you made your point about the door. Let's just head in. It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and